Hi, everybody. It's Trina with TaylorMade Guide Lifestyle Blog. I hope you guys have been well. It's been a minute since I have posted. I hope you forgive me for that. I have been under the weather, but I'm feeling better and on the mend. And I wanted to get started again with something that I think could benefit everyone. And I have experiences myself, a bias um, against me. I think we all have. It's happened actually very recently. And I kind of wanted to address it in a way that would be positive instead of getting angry and upset about it. So I've come up with about 50 ways to fight biases. Now, you may have more, less, similar, different. I welcome it. I'd love to hear from you all. If you listen to this and you want to have a discussion about it, I'd love to have you on my podcast so that we can have a really frank and honest conversation, discussion, if you will, about biases and how we can fight it and help create a better world, if you will. So I'm gonna get started with my 50. You may, like I said, maybe something similar, maybe not. So the first thing is acknowledge that everyone has biases. Educate ourselves on different cultures and perspectives. Expose ourselves to diverse media and culture and literature, sorry. Challenge stereotypes and assumptions. Listen actively and respectfully to others' perspectives and experiences. Speak up against biases and discrimination. Use gender neutral language. Avoid making assumptions based on appearance. Use objective criteria when evaluating others. Avoid microaggressions and harmful language. Be aware of your own privilege. Support diversity and inclusion initiatives. Encourage diversity in hiring and promotion. Use inclusive language in job postings. Provide mentorship and support to underrepresented groups. Create a welcoming and inclusive environment. Celebrate and recognize diversity. Advocate for equitable policies and practices. Address the pay gap. Provide accommodations for employees with disabilities. Address implicit bias in decision-making processes. Use data to identify and address biases. Encourage feedback and open communication. Provide training on diversity and inclusion. Challenge the status quo. Be open to feedback and growth. Support and amplify diverse voices. Recognize and address intersectionality. Encourage allyship and solidarity. Support diversity in leadership positions. Address bias in performance evaluations. Foster a culture of respect and inclusivity. Provide resources for mental health and well-being. Address biases in healthcare and medical research. Address bias in education support diversity in sports and athletics, address bias in the criminal justice system, support and uplift marginalized communities, encourage diversity in art and media, address bias in the tech industry, in the beauty industry, in the fashion industry, the film industry, food industry, what else? The travel industry, music, what else? Gaming, environmental movement, the political system, be an advocate for change. So those are some of mine. I hope that you find them to be helpful and you recognize them, you recognize yourself in them, biases that you have, and things that have been used against you. Um, as a female and a Black female, of late, I'm recognizing a lot of biases thrown at me, and I'm trying to respond to it in a different way, a way that's healthy, that's not going for the jugular. So I'm working through mine. I hope these are helpful and that you are working through yours. And I'd love to hear from you. Contact me if you'd like to have a dialogue. Come on the podcast, and let's have the discussion. I'd love to hear some of yours and see what they're about. So look me up, hit me up, let me know what you got. I'd love to hear from you. Have a fantastic day.